Hello everyone, welcome to my channel here. This is Alvin talking to you about my Robinhood portfolio. I'm going to talk a little bit about how the portfolio has been doing over the past week or so. As you can probably tell from the news, there's been a lot of volatility in the market here due to the recent increase in tensions of the trade war, and then also potential of a currency war as well between the United States and China. And like many portfolios, mine has taken a nice little hit, but that's to be expected when you start investing. So I wanted to go over some of my positions and where they stand at the moment here. So I'm going to look at the stock side first. My dividend plays, those are the ones that have actually held up pretty much to be expected. Dividend players tend to be the ones that actually hold on a lot more. If you're getting a very good yield, so for instance, I'm looking here at Dominion Power, a 4.67% yield. They're not really going to trade that off. It's actually up on the past week. Another one of those strong yield performers happens to be Verizon. That's also, well, it's actually down a little bit here. I think there was a downgrade on the stock late last week here. But overall, it's still held up pretty well, unlike some of the other more growth-oriented stocks in my portfolio. So if I look at MasterCard, for instance, it got pretty battered yesterday, but we're looking at the performance of the portfolio in the after hours today here on Tuesday, and it's recovered some of the losses from yesterday, so that's really nice. My cost basis here on the stock at 268.48. So it's getting back to where it was, but not nearly where it was before that Trump tweet escalating tensions between the two countries here. Visa, of course, down on the week. I'm not too worried about these positions. They don't have a lot of business directly related with China here, and I think they're going to hold up pretty well. They're just kind of been beaten down stocks. Some of my other positions that I'm holding, AMD, another long-term hold. I'm actually selling a covered call on the stock at the moment here. So it's down pretty considerably in the last week, a drop of about 10%. It did make up some of those losses today here in the early trading hours here on Tuesday, but still down on the week here. Probably the biggest hit that I've had on my portfolio actually has been the call options that I purchased. If you're not familiar with buying calls options, it's basically like you're buying the derivative of a stock. I'll talk a little bit more about those in another video here, but those have been down pretty considerably. If I take a look at the total return here, it's down negative $212 on my Visa position, and then on MasterCard, well, that's taken a real big dinger, negative $660. I do believe in the long term, aka another month or two, these stocks will rebound considerably, and I hope to make a nice profit on it. So as you can see, it is taking a dent on my portfolio, but that's the name of the game when you're investing. I do have some positions, some credit spreads or bear call spreads on Facebook. I do expect the next month to be rather volatile, and so I put on a bear call spread here where I got $86 for a credit. I'm basically making a bet that the stock is not going to rise above the $200 mark here on the short call that I actually sold here. So as long as it stays under $200, I'll get all of that $86 premium. So I'm hoping or expecting that stock to stay pretty much range bound, maybe go up a little bit, but not reach those levels before this option expires. Same thing here with the triple Qs. If I take a look at the position that I opened up on this one here, I sold the 195 call and purchased the 200 call simultaneously on the same expiration date of August the 30th here. And provided that stock stays under 195, as you see here, I should be able to keep that credit of $32. Bear call spreads are a nice option strategy to take advantage of when the market is heading downward, or you think one of your stocks that you've been watching is going to stay within a certain range and it's not really going to break out too well. So that's one of those plays you take into consideration when you're trading in this market where there's a lot of volatility going on at the moment. But thank you for your time and looking over my portfolio. A little over a week ago, it was over $10,000 in the account. Now it's down about $8,400, but I expect things to kind of fluctuate up and down for the rest of the month of August, but hope to be up very soon on my positions here. So be sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates on the portfolio, as well as news and information about what's going on in the markets.